Hello, I'm Blade Boquest, but if you're watching this video, you already knew that. I'm here to answer the question I've gotten more than anything over my almost now 8 years on Twitch, guys. October 2021 is going to be the 8-year anniversary that I've actually been a live streamer. That is crazy, but whatever. The question I get more than anything is, Blade, did you quit BDO? And then a close second is, why did you quit BDO? At this point, it should be pretty well known, and I'm shocked that that's the question that I keep getting, that I quit BDO. I left it in 2019, somewhere towards the middle, end of 2019, in the game Black Desert Online, the MMO. I had $500 billion silver. Wow, it's been a long time since I played. If I think of currency as dollars now, I had a $500 billion silver net worth in terms of all the gear value and creation costs and things like that. I ended up selling all 19 pens that I had, including many of the first ones that had ever been sold in North America. A lot of cool videos on that over the years, and selling them with all the the limits of the marketplace created 200 billion silver. So I was done playing at the end of 2019. I sold my pens. 2020 was essentially a variety streamer. I streamed everything from Runeterra to Dota to Teamfight Tactics to League of Legends. Played MechWarrior 5 for a month. Thought that was going to be really good. Put over a month into Shadow Arena. Absolutely gave that game my best and made some really cool videos for it. Competed in the tournaments. I was one of 27 team captains in the $50,000 Hyperscape tournament. I was one of the legendary founders of Hyperscape, dealing with Ubisoft. Got to talk to Tfue on Discord, play against Cypher PK. Dr. Lupo killed me a few times. Hang out with Dizzy Kitten a few hours on a team when we were testing it with the devs. So it was overall just like a really cool set of adventure going through these different games. And then I settled on Fortnite at the end of 2020, working on aim training and things like that. And Valorant was in there. So 2020, I very much became a variety streamer, just trying to find things that were interesting to me. I played MMOs for so long that I wanted to move past them, and maybe I'll talk a little bit more about that at the end. But ultimately, through 2020, I still didn't have my last day until September 12th, 2020. That was my last day in BDO. And the reason that took so long is even though I had finished playing it in 2019, and I sold all of my gear so the community could have it, I was still sitting on hundreds of billions of silver, which, let me tell you, 2 years ago was 10 or 50x what its value is now in terms of buying power. Regardless, though, 2020 was the year that I left as many videos as I could for you, for the Black Desert community. I couldn't really call the chapter closed in my own mind until I left the best information that I had. So over that year, while I was a variety streamer trying to figure out new challenges, I created, I think, 20 or 30 Black Desert videos. The year I didn't play Black Desert was the year I made the most amount of videos for the community for my YouTube channel. And I think my best content, including the Blade Edge, which is where I took different people that paid me for coaching. I only accepted 3 students ever in the Blade Edge. It's a very lofty and involved process, and I wanted to make sure I did a good job. And then I held back all of that recorded video, all that footage, for over 6 months so that they could get the full benefits of it. And then we broke it up into the Blade Edge series, which hit the channel. There's a lot of interesting things that came out in 2020 for Black Desert from me on the YouTube channel, including the video of how I made 300 billion in 2 months, right? That was one of the pinnacles. Now that video is old, but if you understand it, you can use that. You can use that to make trillions of silver in the future. Those are the methods that are just time tested and they work. And even in that video, I talk about how when I come in as a beta tester in Black Desert and I have 1 day, and I'm level 16, I don't know anything about this game, I was explaining the principles behind earning and making money in MMOs. I had done it so many times before in other games, but then also I knew I would do it in Black Desert because the laws that govern the acquisition of money, finance, economics, they can be learned, they can be understood, and whenever you have a free market, you can engage in those principles. Using desire, your own personal desire, to elevate your status as the great equalizer that empowers you to be successful. And all you need is free trade and desire and, well, I guess learning economics. All that is helpful. So even day one, I came in explaining, hey, here's how it works. And you can see that in my videos. Last video, on economics there, 300 billion in 2 months. And it shows you some of the beta footage and what I was talking about. So what I'm trying to say is, you guys, these videos, while old, they're time tested, because guess what? Before I learned about this stuff, somebody already knew all about economics before I was born. These are things that are out there. So you can learn from videos that are old, and I'm done with that chapter. Now, wrapping everything up, once I finished all of my guides for Black Desert at the end of last year, I then wanted to give away everything that I had. So many of you guys saw this live. I never ended up making a full story video on it. I never really ended up showing all of this, which I still would like to do. So looking in the future, I still have 3 Black Desert videos that I plan to make. 3 Black Desert videos that are going to hit this channel. They're in my heart, they're in my mind. They're not guides, and they really weren't necessary to be done before I quit the game. But there are 3 more Black Desert projects that I'm going to put on the channel that can be finished without playing the game. And I'll still like log in from time to time to say hello to you guys and stuff. It's just I've spent so many thousands of hours in the game. I've reached all of my goals, and while it's a fantastic game for entertainment, I would just like to see other challenges in my own personal life, which is why after 4 years I've closed that chapter. So nothing against Black Desert at all. If anything, they should realize, everyone should realize, I had given my best that I possibly could of myself to the game and to the community. And whether that ended up being the right choice or worthwhile is, I guess, left to the future still. But I've given that community my best. Anyway, so fast forward to September 12th, right, 2020. So I have all these billions, and most people wanted me to just buy out a category of items, things that nobody could sell. The problem is, because the actual market isn't as free as it could be, with price floors and price limits, and don't get me started on that stuff. What that meant is the value, the exchange, would still be in my hands. Like maybe I spent 200 billion on an ingot that nobody wanted. Well, I would have 200 billion worth of an ingot, and as the game changes over the years, then my account net worth would be in the freaking trillions again or something like that. And I didn't want that. I didn't want to leave with my wealth. I wanted to give everything and put everything that I had physically created back, say physically in a digital world, back into the community's hands. So what I did was, it took me over a week. I had this planned schedule released on YouTube that for 7 days, and for like 4 to 6 hours in those days, I would just sit there streaming it, and people could come in and ask for whatever item they wanted. I would buy it at maximum price, and then I would sell it at minimum price, because those were our constraints in the market. So I bought things at like 3 billion that I then sell at like 2 billion or whatever they are, 2.3 or 1.8, I can't remember. And in this way, I would lose money because it would be transferred to you, right? People that were selling items loved it because they could get max price. And I made that pretty well known on the servers, get max price for this. And then whoever wanted their items, they could get it at the absolute minimum on the market. And hundreds of players came in all day, and they said, Blade, can you buy this for me? And I said yes. And I already had an announcement earlier, last year before I did this, saying it didn't matter if you griefed me, made my life miserable, harassed me endlessly. Anybody who asked me for something, I was going to do it. And I did this over the course of a week, and I went all the way down to 1 silver, guys. I left with 1 silver. So I'd sold everything I had, and I had given it back. And that way there was no wealth left. I think I had like 70 AP or something at the very end, down from 301 AP in the middle of 2019 as a warrior. So everything I owned went back to the community, and the last day was so fun. There was a house party. I was hosted by so many streamers, like more streamers than I even knew exist, plus every friend I've ever made. I didn't realize, like, it's almost as if they started streaming to just bring me their viewers on this day. It was crazy. So we had like a 2 to 3 hour amazing party. It was great. I think the channel had like 1,500 plus viewers just September 12th, 2020, so not long ago. If you look at any of my channel metrics over the last 8-9 months, they're all average viewers 20 for like almost a year. But at least the last time I kind of said goodbye to BDO, we hit over 1,500. It was a pretty cool final hurrah, you guys. So the answer is definitively yes. I have quit BDO. There are 3 more videos that I would like to make in the future for the channel about Black Desert, and it is the kind of thing that I would be happy to log in every once in a while and just say hello to people or stream it. And then sometimes when I have commercial breaks when I'm streaming, I'll swap over to the Twitch category because I like to showcase some of those guides and those videos and like to show people that are watching my stream, you know, where I made this content so they can see the game too. So I'm not like cold turkey, cut off, hate anything about it. I've only completed my journey there. I had a great time. And this should, I think, tie up any of the loose strings, because every single day people ask me, Billy, did you quit BDO? And yeah, the last time I actively played it was August 2019. And then worked on guides 2020 and then wrapped everything up September 12th, 2020. So thank you guys for watching. Just wanted to let everybody know that that is concluded. There's still going to be more YouTube videos. There's still going to be more streams. And I still plan to stay a content creator to the extent that I can. Alright, thanks for watching, you guys. And keep going, Blade style.